The United States Air Force just accelerated production of Northrop Grumman's most advanced bomber by 25%, and the B-21 Raider is now officially more dangerous than ever before. This is the story of how America's sixth-generation stealth bomber went from an ambitious concept to China's worst nightmare in record time. When the Air Force unveiled the B-21 Raider on December 2, 2022, defense experts called it revolutionary. Today, with multiple aircraft in flight testing at Edwards Air Force Base and production ramping up at Plant 42 in Palmdale faster than planned, that assessment looks conservative. The Raider is not just another bomber, it is a flying command center designed to control collaborative combat aircraft swarms, process artificial intelligence targeting data, and coordinate attacks across every domain of warfare. Let's start with what makes the B-21 fundamentally different from its predecessor, the B-2 Spirit. While the B-2 was optimized for frontal stealth, the Raider achieves what engineers call 360-degree low observability. Every surface, bolt, and seam has been calculated using advanced computational electromagnetics and AI-assisted optimization to reduce signatures across radar, infrared, and acoustic spectrums. This means the B-21 can't just penetrate enemy airspace. It can loiter there undetected, gathering intelligence and coordinating attacks. The numbers tell an incredible story. Northrop Grumman has driven the unit cost down from the B-2's staggering $2 billion to around $692 million per aircraft. That's a 70% cost reduction for a significantly more capable platform. The Air Force originally budgeted $19.1 billion for the first 5 production lots in 2023. By 2025, they trimmed that to $13.8 billion, saving over $1 billion in a single fiscal year while accelerating delivery timelines. But here is where it gets really interesting. In February 2026, the Air Force struck a $4.5 billion deal with Northrop Grumman to increase production capacity by 25%. This is not just about building more bombers faster, it is about recognizing that the strategic environment has fundamentally shifted. General David Alvin, the Air Force Chief of Staff, put it bluntly, "By having more assets in the test environment, we bring this capability to our warfighters faster, demonstrating the urgency with which we're tackling modernization." The flight test program itself reveals capabilities that would have seemed like science fiction just a decade ago. Chris Moss, the B-21 test pilot, reported that the handling qualities are better than expected coming out of the simulated environment, validating the accuracy of the digital models the team has developed and analyzed over many years. This is not accidental. Northrop Grumman invested over $5 billion in digital manufacturing infrastructure before the first aircraft even flew. On September 11, 2025, the second B-21 completed its maiden flight at Edwards Air Force Base, doubling the test fleet and accelerating the program into weapons integration testing. Unlike the first aircraft, nicknamed Cerberus, which focused on basic flight characteristics, the second Raider is evaluating the systems that make it truly dangerous, including advanced sensors, electronic warfare capabilities, and weapons integration. Speaking of weapons, the B-21 has an arsenal that reads like a catalogue of American military dominance. The bomber will carry the AGM-181 long-range standoff missile, equipped with the W-84 warhead. That is a nuclear-capable cruise missile that completed 4 successful flight tests in 2025 alone. It can deploy the B-61 Mod 12 and Mod 13 strategic and tactical nuclear bombs, conventional ordnance such as the AGM-158 JASSM-ER cruise missile, and, thanks to its open architecture design, weapons not yet invented. The Raider's payload bays are deeper and narrower than the B-2's, with a combined capacity of 30,000 pounds. That might sound like less than the Spirit's capability, but it is optimized for the precision munitions and standoff weapons that define modern warfare. Its range exceeds the B-2's 6,000 nautical miles, despite carrying less fuel, 120,000 pounds internally versus the Spirit's 167,000, thanks to improved aerodynamics and next-generation engines from Pratt & Whitney. But the real game-changer is not what the B-21 carries, it is what it controls. Senior Air Force officials have confirmed that the Raider will operate as an airborne command node within the Pentagon's Joint All-Domain Command and Control Network. This means a single B-21 can control swarms of collaborative combat aircraft, process AI-enabled targeting data, and transmit real-time combat information across air, land, sea, space, and cyber domains simultaneously. The implications for China are staggering. Unlike previous bombers designed for the European theater, the B-21 was built specifically for Indo-Pacific operations as part of the broader next-generation air dominance family of systems. It can penetrate Chinese airspace undetected, coordinate with submarine-launched weapons, direct autonomous drones against multiple targets, and adapt to threats in real time using artificial intelligence. Global Strike Command is even recommending single-pilot operations for some missions, with the second seat occupied by a weapons systems officer rather than a co-pilot. This points to an extraordinary level of automation and artificial intelligence integration. Lieutenant General Andrew Gabara, Deputy Chief of Staff for Strategic Deterrence and Nuclear Integration, revealed the program's philosophy. That's really been the secret sauce to the B-21 right now, is no undue pressure. Let them do what they're doing and they'll get us the world's best aircraft here. That confidence stems from unprecedented program performance. The B-21 is on schedule, possibly ahead of schedule, and $2 billion under budget. The production timeline tells the story of American defense industrial capacity, firing on all cylinders. From the 2011 program launch to first flight in November 2023, the Raider progressed through development faster than any comparable program. Low-rate initial production began in January 2024. The first operational delivery to Ellsworth Air Force Base is scheduled for 2027, with additional aircraft headed to Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri and Dyess Air Force Base in Texas. The Air Force plans to procure at least 100 B-21 Raiders, though recent strategic assessments suggest that number could rise to 200 aircraft to fully replace the aging bomber fleet and complement the modernized nuclear triad alongside the new Sentinel intercontinental ballistic missile program. At current production rates and costs, that represents a total program value of approximately $203 billion, the largest defense acquisition in American history. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin captured the Raider's revolutionary nature at the rollout ceremony, saying the B-21 is multifunctional and can handle anything from gathering intelligence to battle management. That versatility makes it more than a bomber. It is a flying manifestation of American technological supremacy designed to maintain strategic dominance in an increasingly contested world. Recent photographs showing the B-21 conducting aerial refueling behind a KC-135R tanker confirm that the aircraft is progressing rapidly through its test program. Ground and flying testbed activities have reduced software certification time by 50%, with only one software change required in the bomber's first year of operations. The strategic calculus is clear. China's military modernization and increasingly aggressive posture in the South China Sea demand a response that can operate in contested environments and coordinate complex, multi-domain operations. The B-21 Raider represents exactly that capability, a sixth-generation aircraft that combines stealth, range, payload flexibility, and command and control capabilities in a single platform. Looking ahead, the question is not whether the B-21 will reshape the strategic balance of power, it is happening now. With production accelerating, weapons integration testing underway, and operational deployment just 2 years away, America's newest bomber is already changing how military planners think about long-range strike operations. The Raider does not just represent the future of American air power, it embodies the technological edge that keeps adversaries awake at night, wondering how to counter a threat they cannot see coming until it is too late. In the high-stakes game of great power competition, the B-21 Raider just became America's ace in the hole.